My thoughts on skincare. It's personal. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on skincare. It's personal. That's the way I feel about it, and I will explain why. First, I would like to welcome you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my new subscribers and you faithful, loyal subscribers that come back for each and every video. I am so thankful and grateful to each and every one of you. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so by hitting that subscribe button. Ring that bell for all future notifications. Give me a like if you like it, and leave me a comment. All right, I'm going to give you my thoughts on skincare and why I feel it's personal. First of all, what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. We all have different skin types, if you will, for a lack of a better word, different skin concerns, different issues with our skins, things that we need to address. Based on our age, that has something to do with it. My skin may need certain things at 69 plus than someone else who's only 30 or 40. So that has a lot to do with it. Also, the way that we take care of or have not taken care of our skin is a big factor. As you're older, like I am, well, I'm going to have far more skin damage than somebody that's 30. So I have other things to address. And then it's all, it depends too on your lifestyle. Let me put it that way. How you have lived, how you have taken care of your skin, or the ways that you didn't take care of it due to your lifestyle. So there's a whole lot involved there. And that's why I feel skincare is very personal. Now let me say skincare is something I love. I love every part of it. I love the whole process. I love the idea of it. I love the feel of it when I'm putting it on my skin. I love to look and see if I see any difference after I've been using something. And I love to watch skincare videos. I have learned so much from watching those types of videos. And I've gotten many recommendations by watching them. And I do it carefully. So for example, you all know I have talked about my skincare not too often. I know I've done a AM and PM maybe once in a year, and that's it. I don't talk about it a lot or what I use, but I do use the Timeless products. I use 3 of them. They're serums. I use their vitamin C, their CoQ10, and their Matrixyl Synth 6. And I've been using those faithfully for well over a year now. Now, I'm not going to go into all the different things I use in my skincare in this video because that's not the point of this. The point I'm trying to make is I watched a video recently, maybe a month or so ago. I will link it below, but it was from Dawn from the channel Dogslife Over 40. Now, Dawn is a nurse, a registered nurse, and so she has a lot of knowledge about ingredients and everything. She's been taking care of her skin for years. I never did until a year ago, so there's a big difference. She knows her skin very well because she has been taking care of it for years. I don't know mine because it's only been a year. Well, she did a video on DermaE and the different products. I listened to everything she said. She talked about the ingredients in depth. She explained everything in a very easy way to understand. And I made a determination that there were a couple products that I wanted to try. And so I did. And I'll just mention them. I'm not going to go into detail. It's the DermaE Firming DMAE Serum. And the other one was the DermaE Overnight Peel Alpha Hydroxy Acids. Now, if you want a good review on these and an in-depth explanation of the ingredients and the benefits, watch Dawn's video. That'll be linked, as I said. But the reason I'm telling you about this is because I do take recommendations when I hear about things that I think may help me. But I'm not going to take every recommendation, of course, because you can't try everything. And because my skin is different than someone else's skin, like I said in the beginning, something may work for them and not me. And I don't feel like I should push my skincare on anybody. I can't sit here and tell you it's the best and the greatest and it's done this and this for me, and so you have to go out and get it. That's the wrong approach, in my opinion. I don't want to mislead you in that way. You know what works for you. I know what works for me. And if I hear of something that I think may benefit me, I'm open to trying it. But it's not pushed on me. I make that decision because skincare is personal. It's a personal choice and right that we all have. So that's really how I feel about it and why I feel the way that I do. And the same with brands. I'm not loyal to any particular brand. I try different things. As I said, I love Timeless, but now I'm loving this DermaE, and I have other things that I use that I really, really enjoy and that I can see a difference. Another thing is the esthetician. Now, for those of you who know your skin, you've been caring for it and watching it for a long time, you already know what you need. I don't, because I just started this journey a little over a year ago. So for me, I have to go to the esthetician. And I like that because she is a professional. I'm not. I'm nowhere near a professional. She can examine my skin, what she does with that big magnifying glass that comes down with the lights all around it, and I'm laying down and it comes down on me. She can get very up close and personal and really check all the things that you should be looking at in your skincare. And I trust her to do that. I cannot trust myself to do that. And, well, that's why she's an esthetician and I'm not, because she knows what she's doing and I don't. The point I'm trying to make is I couldn't call her on the phone and say, I think my skin's looking really dry. What should I use? I don't think it would be very responsible of her to tell me what to use without seeing my skin. I wouldn't call a doctor and say, I have a pain in my stomach. What should I take? And he just prescribed something. I would hope he would want to see me, do a physical exam, ask questions, etc., before he could prescribe what he feels would be best for my symptoms. Well, that's the way I feel about my skincare. I want my skin looked at by a trained eye. And like I said, if I had one of my own, I would do my own, but I know I don't. And then I would expect her to say, well, let's get you in here and let me look at your skin, because what I am seeing when I say, oh, my skin's dry, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You know, that's just my opinion. There could be more to it than that. And I could be lacking whatever. I don't even know what I would be lacking. Maybe it's more dehydrated than dry. Or maybe it's the face wash that I've been using that has disrupted my skin barrier or things like that. I wouldn't know any of that. So I would not want her telling me over the phone, oh, these are your problems, this is what you need to use. No, that wouldn't work for me personally. That's just my opinion. And that's why I titled this video, My Thoughts on Skincare. It's personal. Because it is for me. It may not be for you, and that's okay too. And whatever you use, if it's working for you, by all means, keep using it and don't stop. I just wanted to state how I feel, because maybe some of you feel that way too. Well, that's all I want to say about it. Just wanted to get my thoughts out there. It was on my mind, and I just wanted to share it. Now I'm going to do my inside beauty tip. And for that, I'm going to talk about self-care. The reason self-care came to my mind is I recently watched a video from a dear friend of mine, Michelle, from the channel Zesty Girl, and she is a zesty girl. I will have her channel linked below. Her video was on self-care, and I believe it was 10 things that she wanted to accomplish. And she went over them and let us know what she had accomplished that month and what she hadn't. Michelle has a wonderful YouTube channel. She runs a couple other businesses. She has a family of 6, 4 children. She's a busy girl, so it'd be very difficult for her to do all these things. I definitely understand that. For me, I take one thing at a time, and I have to work on that until I feel like I've really got it down, that I didn't just accomplish it for a week or a day, that I really got it down. And I'll give you a couple examples. One of them is water. That's part of self-care that I am no good at. I don't like water at all. I never have liked water. I have to force myself to drink water. I have to play games with myself. I'll take a sip of coffee and then a sip of water and then continue that on just to get some water down. Now, do I know how important water is for us? Absolutely. Do I know how good it is for us and how much we need it? Our skin needs it, our body, our system, everything. Yes, I do know that. But do I like it? No, actually, I hate it. I really do. I've never been a water drinker, and it's very difficult. So this is a part of self-care that I have to force myself to do every day. I have to be mindful of it. I have to be conscious of it, and I have to make myself. It does not come easy. So that's one example of a self-care thing that is a difficulty for me. Now, here's an example of something that comes pretty easy for me, and that is my spiritual self-care. Now, the only reason it comes easy for me, and I don't know if that's the right term to use, I say that because I don't know what other words to use, but it's because I'm so interested in it. I love it. I need it. I crave it. It's such a part of me and part of my life, and I look forward to it. I want to do self-reflection every day, to look inside myself and to see how I'm doing and where I'm at, in areas that I have grown or areas that I haven't grown, areas that I've become stronger and areas that are still very weak. Well, all that matters to me. And so that's why I say that's a part of self-care that comes easy, because I like it. I love it. Where the water, I don't like at all. So that's the difference. I guess the message I want to give is, please don't get yourself overwhelmed. There's so much to self-care that we all should be doing, and the list could be very long, and maybe we're good at some things, and maybe not so much at others. And if that's the case for you, just take one thing at a time. Don't look at the whole list and become overwhelmed and feel defeated. Pick one thing, work on it steadfastly until you feel like you've been able to incorporate that into your life, and now you've made a lifestyle change and it is part of your daily self-care. That's my advice, and I'd love to hear how you do it. What do you do to put parts of self-care into your life that you know you need, but you don't like them? What do you do? I would love to know, because it would sure help me. Well, I want to thank you for being here and listening to me today. This was just one of those chatty videos. I hope it came out right. It's all jumbled. It's in my mind, and I've just been wanting to do this and say this. So I appreciate it so much that you were here. Thank you. Well, until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.